अस्ट्रेलियामा ट्याक्स यो वर्ड सुनेर धेरैलाई डर लाग्छ। कति काटिन्छ, कहाँ जान्छ र के गर्न पर्छ। Tax is the one topic that confuses almost every Nepali migrants in Australia. And that confusion costs people real money every single year. In this video, I'm going to break down the complete Australian tax picture for you. From day one in Australia all the way to lodging your tax return. No complicated language, no jargon. Namaste Satyaru, I'm Krishna Chapagain, a former banker with 8 years of experience. This is the video I wish existed when I first arrived. Chapter 1. Your tax file number. Think of your TFN as your tax identity card. Just like your passport number identifies you with the government, your tax identifies you with the Australian Tax Office, which is called the ATO. Every worker in Australia needs one. Nepali migrants, international students with work rights, everyone. That is why you must get your TFN as soon as you arrive and start work. If you do not provide your TFN to your employer within 28 days of starting work, they are legally required to take 47% tax from every dollar you earn automatically. You do get this back at tax time. But imagine losing nearly half your pay for weeks while you wait. This cash flow hit is very real. Apply for your TFN before your first payday, not after. Applying is free and takes about 20 minutes. Here is how. Go to ato.gov.au, search Apply for TFN Migrants, or I will put the direct link in the description below. You will need your passport number and your visa details. The system is called IAR, Individual Auto Registration. Once you submit, your TFN arrives by post within 28 days. Do not apply twice, it causes delays. One important thing, your TFN is private. Give it only to your employer, your super fund and your bank. Never give it to a landlord or recruiter or anyone on social media. Chapter 2. How Australian tax actually works. And I want to start by busting the biggest myth. Most Nepali migrants think I earn $70,000 so I pay 30% on all of it. That is wrong. Think of your salary like a pizza sliced into layers. The first layer up to $18,200, the government takes zero. That slice is completely yours. The second layer, from $18,200 to $45,000, they take only 16 cents per dollar. The third layer, from $45,000 to $135,000, they take only 30 cents per dollar. Each layer has its own rate, not your whole salary. Let me show you the real numbers. Say you earn $60,000 a year, a common salary for many migrants. First, $18,200 is zero tax. Next, $26,800 is 16%, that is $4,288. Last, $15,000 is 30%. That is $4,500 plus 2% Medicare levy on your total. That is $1,200. Total tax around $10,000. You keep $50,000. Your real tax rate on $60,000 is about 16.6%, not 30%. The 2% Medicare levy is Australia's way of funding the public health systems like hospitals, doctors, ambulances. It applies to most residents. Your employer takes tax from your pay every fortnight automatically. This is called Payday withholding. Pay as you go. You do not wait until the end of the year to pay tax. Your employer handles it for you. At tax time, if your employer took too much, you get a refund. If they took too little, you pay the difference. Either way, it is a small amount, not a big surprise. One more thing, from 1 July 2026, the 16% rate drops to 15%. That means most workers in Australia will automatically keep up to $268 more per year without doing anything. Chapter 3. Superannuation or Super. Super is Australia's retirement savings system. Every time you get paid, your employer must also put 12% of your earnings into a super fund in your name. This is on top of your salary, not taken from it. If you won $1,000 this week, your employer puts an extra $120 into your super. On a $60,000 salary, that is $7,200 going into your super every single year automatically. Why most migrants ignore it and why they shouldn't? When you are new to Australia, super feels like something for much later, something for retirement. But here is the truth. This money is growing right now. If you don't choose your super fund, your employer picks one for you. Sometimes that fund has high fees quietly eating into your balance every year. Many Nepali migrants also end up with multiple super accounts from different jobs, and each account charges fees. Consolidating them into one is free and saves you money. 3 things to do with your super right now. 1. Log into MyGov, link your ATO account, check your super balance and confirm your employer has been paying 12% correctly. 2. If you have multiple super funds from different jobs, consolidate them into one. Do this through your MyGov ATO account. It is free and takes 5 minutes. 3. Make sure your TFN is registered with your super fund. Without it, your super contributions get taxed at 47% instead of 15%. And one important update. From 1 July 2026, employers must pay super at the same time as your wages, every single payday, not quarterly like before. This means you will be able to see your super growing in real time. And if your employer misses a payment, you will know much faster. Chapter 4, Deductions. This is where most Nepali migrants leave money on the table every year. A deduction is a work-related expense that reduces how much of your income gets taxed. Simple example. You earned $60,000 this year and spent $1,000 on work-related things. Your taxable income becomes $59,000. Less income taxed means less tax to pay or a bigger refund. There are 3 simple rules for a deduction to be valid. 1. It must be directly related to your work, not just useful for life, related to your specific job. 2. You must have paid for it yourself, not reimbursed by your employer. 3. You must have a receipt or record. No receipt, no deduction. Here are the most common deductions for Nepali migrants working in Australia. Work uniform. If your job requires a specific uniform or protective clothing, that is not everyday clothes. Tools and equipment. Things you bought for work use, like a nurse buying their own stethoscope or a tradie buying their own tools. Work from home. If you work from home, you can claim 70 cents for every hour worked from home. Keep a record of your hours. Training and courses. If you paid for a course directly related to your current job. Union fees. If you are a union member, your membership fee is fully deductible. Income protection insurance. Premiums you pay for income protection are usually deductible. A few things people often try to claim but cannot. Everyday clothes, even if you wear them to work. Groceries or coffee, even if you eat at work. Commuting to and from work. The travel from home to your workplace is generally not deductible. The single best habit you can build right now is take a photo of every work receipt and store in a dedicated folder on your phone. Or use an app like ATO, My Deductions. Tax time becomes simple when your records are organized. Chapter 5. What to do before 30 June. EOFY stands for End of Fiscal Year. In Australia, the financial year runs from 1 July to 30 June. Think of it like a school year. Once the year ends on 30 June, everything resets. Any action you wanted to take for this year must happen before 30 June. Here is your simple 4-point checklist for before 30 June. Check your super. Log into MyGov and confirm your employer has been paying 12% correctly all year. If anything is missing, contact the ATO now before the year closes. Collect your receipt. Work uniform, tools, equipment, work from home, training. Gather everything before you forget. You need these for your tax return after 1 July. Confirm your TFN is linked to your bank account and your super fund. Without it, both get taxed at 47% automatically. 2 minutes to check saves you a lot of money. Write down your deductible expenses. Union fees, income protection, work subscriptions. Write them down now while you remember. Your future self at tax time will thank you. All 4 of these can be done under 30 minutes. Do them this week, not the last day of June. Chapter 6. What happens after 30 June? On 1 July, the new financial year begins and the ATO opens My Tax, the online tax return system. This is where you lodge your tax return for the year just finished. But here is something very important. Do not rush to lodge on 1 July. Most employers need until around 14 July to finalize your income statement in the ATO system. If you lodge before then, your numbers may be incomplete and you may need to amend your return. Wait until 14 July, then lodge. Lodging your tax return is simpler than it sounds. Here is the basic flow. Step 1. Log into my.gov.au. Link the ATO at a member service if you have not already done this. Step 2. Click on the ATO, then lodge tax return. The system pre-fills most information automatically: your income from your employer, your bank interest, your super contributions. Step 3. Add your deductions. Work uniform, tools, work from home, union fees, everything you collected before 30 June. Step 4. Check the numbers and submit. Most refunds arrive within 2 weeks. The deadline to lodge your own return is 31st October 2026. You have 4 months. No rush. If your tax situation is more complex, different income sources, overseas income, you are unsure about your residency status, consider using a registered tax agent. They lodge on your behalf and the deadline is often extended to May 2027. Tax agents charge a fee, but that fee is often deductible in the following year's return. Let me quickly recap the 6 things we covered today. 1. Get your TFN before your first payday. Apply free at ato.gov.au. Give it only to your employer, super fund and bank. 2. Australia uses progressive tax. You never pay your top rate on your whole salary. On $60,000, your real rate is about 16.6%, not 30%. 3. Check your super. Your employer pays 12% on top of your salary every pay. Log into MyGov and make sure it is being paid correctly. 4. Keep receipts for work-related expenses. Uniform, tools, work from home, training. These reduce your tax bill. 5. Before 30 June, check super, collect receipts, confirm TFN is linked, write down deductible expenses. 6. After 30 June, wait until 14 July. Then lodge your return on My Tax. Deadline is 31 October. One important reminder, everything in this video is general education. Tax situations vary for each person. Your visa type, your residency status, your individual circumstances all affect your final outcome. For your specific situation, always check ato.gov.au or speak to a registered tax agent. This video gives you the knowledge, a tax agent gives you the right answer for your exact situation. If this video helped you, please like and subscribe. It takes 2 seconds and it helps this content reach more Nepali migrants in Australia who need it. Save this video and come back to it at tax time. Comment below which chapter was most useful for you. Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. I will be posting a separate video walking through the exact steps to lodge your tax return on My Tax after 14 July. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Namaste Sadio, I'm Krishna Chapagain. Thank you for watching.